Hey, what's going on, Downtown Mafia? It's your boy again, Gambit the Invincible, also known as Show Nuff on Downtown Mafia, also known as Cookies in My Face on Downtown Mafia. I'm Before I even begin this blog, I just want to say thank you to all the response, all the support, all the love that I got from the first blog. Honestly, when I made the blog, I thought that I was following the trend. In actuality, I ended up setting one. I didn't know that. So shout out to devs for giving each and every one of us the opportunity to do that right there. Secondly, I wanted y'all to know why I'm doing this. This is not just for no 100 diamonds. A lot of us that play the game, we got enough money to buy some diamonds here and there. I'm doing this strictly to help the little guys get a little stronger, a little better, a little tougher, and last a little longer in Downtown Mafia. No, I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about the game because I really don't. But I can say through my experience, which has been close to a year, if not a year already, what I've done and the things that I've learned throughout my year of playing Downtown Mafia, it works. It works for me. It works for my gang members. It even works for those who didn't last long in the Lords or didn't last long in the Gatekeepers. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of gangs out there that that want to know, how can I solidify a strong team, a strong gang? How can I solidify loyal gang members? And the only answer that I can give you for that is get stronger yourself. Strength attracts more strength. So it's your job as a Downtown Mafia player to actually build yourself like a brand. You're going to build yourself up as strong and as active as possible so people want to be on your team, so people want to help you out, so people want to stay in good communication with you. So briefly, this blog right here, I'm going to try not to make it long, but this blog right here is basically going to be for camping help. I'm going to call it camping help. Camping is when you take time off of Downtown Mafia. You're not doing any fighting with other game players, but you're actually building yourself stronger and allowing yourself to be utilized more. All right. One thing's for certain and two things for sure. You can't be actively fighting and camping. It's not gonna work. I'm telling you that right now. A few hints real quick before I even get into the whole camp out thing. Number one, you guys want to focus on raising your income. You never want to focus on leveling up, and I'm going to tell you why. Everybody's like, I can't wait till I get stronger. I can't wait till I get level 200. This is how it works in Downtown Mafia. Everyone has levels of harm. Harm that they can give to other players and harm that they can receive from other players. And the levels are from like 10 to 25, 25 to 75, 75 to 100, something like. I don't know the actual strength levels, but you have to know that when you get to level 150 and you're not in a position in which your income matches your level of 150, you are going to be a target. You're going to be a target for every last person that's 150 level or higher. After you hit a level 150, you're basically let off of your leash. The first 150 levels keep you in a safe zone. Yeah, you can still attack and fight people that's 149 and lower, but you won't be able to get attacked or hit by anybody that's 150 or higher, under the margin, under that 150 margin, you're safe. You're safe from big guys like Hadal, who will trash you, Triple A, who will destroy you, Itch Fick, who will farm you over 1,000 times and take everything that you own and wait for you to build up and take it again. It's all good. That's what the game is based on, and that's what people are there for. Those are just 3 people that I'm mentioning, that's in the top tier. The list goes on for great competitors and great fighters. The list goes on. We got PCB, Assassin from Pyro Gang. I mean, it like I said, the list goes on and on and on. Newborn Killer, Newborn Baby, Newborn Menace. Those are people that you want to look out for. So, in order to get stronger and stay under their radars, so you're not becoming a piece of corn. I call you a piece of corn because we farm. So you got to grow some type of crop out of farming. And anybody who gets farmed and complains about it, you're corny. So we shorten it up, take the Y off, and now you're just corn. So we farm you until you turn into corn. You cry, and then maybe you don't want to play Downtown Mafia no more. Save it for guys who's into playing games and serious about their gameplay. Alright. Now, back to the subject. Do not focus on leveling up. You want to focus on raising your income. That's the only thing that makes you stronger in the game without buying diamonds. Alright? I'm not encouraging people not to buy diamonds, but I'm also not encouraging people to buy diamonds, because there are avenues in which you can balance them both out. And I really think that that's what Dev's goal is to create balanced players. So when they start tournaments and things like that, it could be more even. We don't have to determine who's winning tournaments before the tournament starts. Things like that. So definitely focus on your income and not leveling up. Now the question is, how am I going to be getting my income? What do I do to get my income high and not level up? Good question. I have a few guidelines. Anybody that's in my gang, the Lords, anybody that's in my gang, the Gatekeepers, have these rules of camping posted on the wall 24/7. When we're warring, I have war strategies. When we're camping, I have camp strategies. When we're arming, I have arm strategies. And we all follow the same guidelines. That's another key to getting your gang strong. You want to, real briefly, before I get into the individual strategy for camping, when you have a gang, you have to, the key to keeping your gang strong is 100% communication. Okay? You want to know about 4 to 5 things of each individual gang member you have. You want to know where they live. This is most important. You want to know where they live because you can be living in America and you have a gang member who lives in Indonesia. Now, that's going to be a conflict of time frame. However, if done right, if utilized correctly, you can form yourself an elite team. Find out where each individual of your gang member, of your gang, lives. Get their time zone. Get the times that they know they will be active on Downtown Mafia. That way you don't have to be expecting anything out of anyone. You don't have to expect an Indonesian player to be online at 10:30 p.m. USA time, because that's a busy time for them. They could be working, in school. It's a total opposite time frame. What a lot of the big gangs do is they mix it up. They may get two from uh, two from the east coast of America, two from the mid coast of America, two from the southern coast of America, two from the west coast of America, a couple from India maybe, a couple from Indonesia maybe, and they work it. They work it like the daily American players solidify and hold their gang down at a certain time. The Indonesian and the Indian players pick up where the American players left off. And it creates a system of communication because let's say, for instance, we have somebody, we have a gang. Let's say the Lords. The Lords take a turf. My favorite turf, of course, is Lawndale in Chicago. That's because, not to keep reminding everybody, but I thought up the idea for the undead undead option for fighting, and Lawndale is the only city with that option. So that's my favorite turf. So the Lords pick up Lawndale, and then I become collector during the day. I'm the collector between the hours of 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 a.m. American time, Eastern Standard Time. Now, I have a guy in my gang who's from India. When I'm tired and ready to go to bed, you don't have to be greedy. The thing about Downtown Mafia is the more you share, the stronger you guys get as a whole and individually. So my guy from India picks up where I left off, and I can sleep when it's time for me to sleep or do activities when it's time for me to do activities, knowing that I have somebody reliable who's holding our turf down, who's covering our collections and things like that. And in the event of a war, it's always good to have your alerts on. I'm not saying that you should be waking up out of your sleep just to war. Believe me, the Lords have taken a lot of losses purposely. Not because we couldn't beat a gang, but because we weren't in a position to be fighting at the moment. Some gangs actually hold turfs down and now the new operations down during camp time. So they're okay. They've accepted the fact that they can collect off of a turf or operation one or two or even three times and then get challenged by a gang and lose. That's perfectly fine. So, great communication in the gang is what keeps your gang strong. For all those gangs that have broken up in the past year that I've been on, I apologize that these things weren't out there in order to help us with the aspect of holding and solidifying our gangs. Some people just don't get along, which is fine. And it's okay to travel around and see where you fit. It took me a long time. I was in about 3 gangs before I actually got into a gang that I love dearly. And then after a while, decided that I was strong enough to start my own gang and build and work and help other people do the same. At the end of the day, keep in mind, nothing is forever. Nothing. As strong as your gang is today, it may not be that strong tomorrow. So, the less you expect, the more happy you'll be playing this game. Okay? Real quick, my guides to camping and receiving high income without leveling up as much is called bulk buying and big money missions. Now, real quick, I'm going to explain. Bulk buying is when you take an item from out of the business section of Downtown Mafia for purchasing. Bulk is when You buy the max amount of the item each time you buy. You should not be buying one item at a time, 2 items at a time, 5 items at a time, 10 items at a time. You should not be doing that. You should be buying the max amount of the item at a time. For instance, a fight club, a supermarket, and a record studio all bulk at $49 each item every time. So you should be buying 49 supermarkets every time you purchase supermarkets. You should buy 49 fight clubs every time you purchase fight clubs. 49 record studios every time you purchase record studios. A lot of the other industries and businesses, their bulk level is lower than the 49 limit. However, it's still good to bulk those as well. You never want to buy one of each item. The oil rig and the gold mine, they bulk at 19. The casino, which is on the page before, bulks at 11. You want to buy those in max. Also, you don't want to skip over items. It's okay to continuously bulk fight clubs because that accumulates the second most amount of income that you can possibly achieve each bulk. The most is the record studio, which bulks you about 17 million of income per hour, and I think the fight club bulks you about 12 million per hour. Those are good. You want to do that as much as you can. However, those little guys add up. If you bulk supermarkets up until about 2000, you already accumulated close to 150, damn near 200 million income, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's correct. 2,000 supermarkets should get you close to 200 million income. All right? Bulking and getting your income up takes time. Don't sit here and think that you're going to be the downtown mafia big shot in a day or two. It's not going to happen. I'm still not the big shot, and I've been playing for about a year now. All right? Now, when I say big money missions, the devs have set up certain missions in each and every city that allows you to accumulate a high amount of on use cash. Okay? My choice. These are just my choices. Other people have different ideas. There's some people out there that bulk better than me. Some people out there that get income better than me. This has been my way. Right now, I'm currently Lord status, and I'm about 150, maybe 200 million away from making a Baron status. A Baron status is when you're bulking, is when your income is $1 billion or more per hour. Right now, I'm grossing about 750, maybe 800 million per hour, which is remotely close. Okay? So, my first option for a big money mission is Southgate. If you're at the level where your Southgate is unlocked, you can go to the Rescue a Gang Member mission. This mission gives you roughly $100 million per hit. Also, it helps you loot randomly a blue dart. I think it's a Pontiac. It's a drop top blue car. I call it a blue car special. The blue car loot special actually is almost as strong as a White Lotus. Like I said, devs give everybody ample opportunity to get as strong as those who buy Diamond Armory. The blue car special is almost as strong as a lotus. So with enough time, you can actually build your blue cars up to help you with strengthening. So you got a double play right there. You're getting income boosting, and you're getting security from the blue cars. You're getting help. You're getting stronger. Now, in the midst of camping, this is critical. You're going to sell all of your unused weaponry that eats your upkeep. There's no way that you can accumulate more income if the things that your weapons that you buy eat away your upkeep. If you have an issue with your upkeep, you don't want to do the Southgate rescue a gang member mission. I have an alternative, and that is the Las Vegas start an underground arms store mission. That mission gives you roughly 150 million with no loot item. So even though you won't be getting stronger in the sense of your vehicle or your defense, so to speak, your income and your boosting of money will be just that much stronger. Okay? Now, you want to repeat the money missions as much as possible. Yes, it's okay to do your missions, the whole city. Every time you knock out a city, you get 6 skill points. Every time you knock out a boss up until level 9 of the up until level 10 of the boss, you get about 2 to 4 hits. Leveling up, you get 2 to 4 skill points. I'm sorry. Leveling up, you get about 3 skill points. Skill points are necessary in the game. I'll get to that in a minute. However, you don't want to level up so much. You don't want to level up. You want to build your income as much as possible. A sure way of doing that is focusing on one mission until you've achieved what you want out of that mission. Then proceed with the rest of the city and accumulating skill points, things like that. Okay? You want to repeat doing that mission over and over until your billions are up. People be on the Downtown Mafia like, yeah, I got $300 million. That's not a lot of money. When playing Downtown Mafia, you have to accumulate as much money as possible and keep it. That's the key to staying strong. Accumulate as much money as possible and keep it. To all my farmers out there, I know y'all have fun with me. I never have less than $50 billion on hand. In case I have to arm up, in case devs throw a tournament in our way real quick while camping and things like that is going on. You want to keep a substantial amount of spending money at all times, whether you get farmed or not. I'll make another blog later about farming and how that system works and show you how silly you guys look crying about getting farmed on. Okay? Now, you want to sell back all your items that eat your upkeep. Any item that has upkeep with it, get rid of it. And don't buy it again unless you need it for whatever mission you're doing, and then you want to resell it once you're done. That's the key. It takes you a good hour to accumulate 60 hits of whatever it is you're doing. 60 hits for fighting, which is energy, takes you about an hour. Unless you're a fighter, and then it's a little less. 60 hits of energy gets you through missions if you are a runner. Maybe a little less. Okay? And same for the hustler. takes you about 45 minutes as a hustler to accumulate whatever amount of income you have coming in at the moment. Okay? You want to sell back those upkeep items. You want to give your mob members the most basic items that have no upkeep. Every last option has a page 1, and the page 1 items are best to use during camping. Remember, as a reminder, this is a blog about camping, not about fighting, not about arming, not about warring. This is strictly about camping, getting your money up, and getting stronger in Downtown Mafia. Okay? So, once you get the gist of how your camping is going, you can smooth it out by timing things. You know it's going to take you X amount of time to fill up 175 hits in order to complete more missions, okay? Each of these missions that I gave you, the rescue a gang member mission in Los Angeles and the start an underground arms store in Las Vegas, they both accumulate about 25, 26 hits per mission, per time, okay? So you want to keep that going as much as possible. You don't want to be holding on to upkeep items, waiting for time to reset for you to do missions or attack a boss again. All right. You don't want to do too many boss fights while you're camping either. Boss fights level you up fast. I'll give you another blog about boss fighting and the strategy that I have on that as well at another date. All right. Skill points. Skill points vary for everyone. However, you want to base your skill point rations on the type of player you are. Whether you're a fighter, a runner, or a hustler, each skill point focus should be a little different. First and foremost, each and every one of those game players should have a defense of 150 and an attack of 150 at least. I'm not saying that that's where you should be. I don't even know where I should be. Right now, I'm about 350 attack and a little more than 225 defense. All right? But naturally, I'm a fighter. There's a reason that I have a green hustler hoodie on at the moment. But as a fighter, you want to accumulate as much energy as possible. You want to have as many hits as possible for wars, so you don't have to keep buying diamonds over and over and over during war. It's okay to buy diamonds for fighting, tournaments, and everything. But you don't want to keep doing it. And the way that you avoid keep doing it is building up enough. Right now, my energy hits are about 215 on my show enough account. Okay? Everybody's different. Like I said, your stamina, your energy, your defense, your attack, all of that plays a major role in your strength. Health is a key as well. Now that the devs have set up the new system in which you have to have a certain amount of health for bounties, a certain amount of health for war confrontations and things like that, it's good to have at least 400 health. That's not even a good number. Trust me. Right now, I have my health at about 500, and that's just decent. You don't want to rush and get in your health because these are attributes that you achieve as you're growing up into the game. You don't need to have a 600, 700 health level and you're only level 105, 106. Is no need for that. So when you're doing your health, when you're doing any of your skill points, be mindful of what type of player you are on Downtown Mafia. Accumulate your income through bulk buying. Never buy one item at a time due to inflation. Some have 2% inflation, some have 5% inflation on the industries and properties that you buy. You do this, I'm going to say, once you guys start seeing purchases of 500 million or more, you're going to see the difference in your income as well. All right. I just want to thank you guys for the time that you take, listening to my blogs. I never thought that I would be continuing this. I did do it for the 100 diamonds the first round. I don't even know if Dev's going to give me 100 diamonds for making another blog, but I really don't care. I want to see more competition out there. As much as I do love whooping on little gangs, it's better when you have a good fight. All right, so let's get some good fighters out there. Shout out to Devs once again. Shout out to the Downtown Mafia Facebook page that's been booming. Shout out to the new Downtown Mafia forum that you post your ideas, thoughts, and opinions on the game. They definitely get back to you. Shout out to the emails and all the avenues that devs give us to keep communication and keep the strive for a successful game. Shout out to each and every player. Shout out to some of my ex-farmers who, since these blogs been coming out, I've been getting a little love and respect, and I like it. I would rather be a respected player who gets beat up and beat people up than to be disrespected and then start getting, questionable about me playing the game. All right. Thanks a lot for you guys' time once again. Thanks for the responses. I'll be back soon.